the rates are high. Next year, when you buy the house, it's $700,000.
And it's really no difference. That's the thing. It's not a difference in the. I mean, we need to get our lender friend on here, lender friends, and have a conversation. I don't know if Cassidy is around tonight. I know she's one of the lenders on TikTok all the time. But we are seeing that the numbers aren't really varying much when it comes to a lower interest rate versus a higher interest rate, and what the market will do. It's going to shift, because those that are seeing a 6 and 7% right now, I will tell you right now, as a buyer, I feel like they're getting better deals. They're getting the builder is now offering to buy the rate down. They are giving closing help. They're just, and then their price reductions happening every day. I've got a listing right now that is not moving. It's a beautiful home. It is not fully updated, so people are like, "Oh, we don't want to be bothered with it." But the seller is offering closing help. They're offering the money to help you buy the rate down. And my thing is, at this point, we're like, "Hey, do you want us to renovate the kitchen and the bathrooms for you too? Like, what else do you people? What do y'all want?" Because when the market shifts again and the rates do go back down, and they're predicting 4s and 5s, let's be honest, when that number goes down, the prices are going to go right back up. Because when the market was lower during COVID times, Justine can tell you, 3% to 3% people to 4% people, they weren't getting anything. They weren't getting closing help. They were paying the seller and transfer recordation taxes. They were what is another thing they were doing? They were paying between the appraisal gap. They were fighting for their lives out here to get in a home. And now that they're in, they feel like they overpaid. But they truly didn't overpay. It's just a balance. It's a balance. It's a system. It's the only way it's going to work. So when the rates do go back down, where are we going to be? The prices are going right back up. You're going to see a definite markup. And the builders are not going to give you money. The builders are not going to give you an opportunity to sell your house and be comfortable. And no, they're going to be taking heads off like it was before during COVID, because that's what happened. It was bloodbath out there during COVID. I sold a lot of houses. Don't get me wrong. I ain't mad at it. But I mean, I'm going to be realistic. I can get so much more for my clients right now than I did then. I mean, what do you think, Jess?
Right. And then we also had that at certain times they gave so much more. Like, this is the end of the year. So these builders, especially if you're looking for new construction, they're giving you, like we seen a builder today, they giving a lot of money for a buy down, and they're giving you closing help. So they're giving you all that money right now because they know this market's going to shift. But if you don't take it now at the end of their season, when they start back next year, you're not going to have these options. And then you're going to buy at a higher price. Versus, even if the interest rate do fall down, even at the higher price, you're going to be at the same price. Yeah. Almost at the same price, if not even higher.
Same price monthly, so yeah.
You can wait if you want to. You can wait if you want to for the interest rate to come down. But what's going to happen is you're not going to get all those things that the buyer is giving, because the market has changed. You're not getting all that. You're not getting all that money. So where are you? So you can buy now at the high interest rate and refinance, or you can buy later when the interest rate is lower, when the price is higher, and don't have those options.
So my question would be, so we went today, Justine and I were today, she's on TikTok Live while I'm in YouTube. We went today to Toll Brothers house that was an inventory home that was 1.9 million. They were giving 50,000 in closing help, and they were also giving money to buy down the rate from the 7s to the 6s to make it a more affordable thing. And this house had all the bling, all the bells and whistles that you could stand on it. It was a 4-bedroom.
Yes.
4-bedroom.
Like 4-bedroom, 4-bath, but you had options to put another bedroom, bathroom in the downstairs.
Yeah.
They did have a half bathroom downstairs, but you could make it a full.
And they also was on an acre.
Downstairs, bedroom. They had a US window.
It was on an acre, and the basement was finished. The one that was the inventory home had a wet bar. No, the one that was in inventory. And I mean, they had the gourmet, amazing kitchen. We'll be posting the video soon of that walkthrough with our videographer today. The house is under construction, so you won't get a fully staged home like you do. So, no, I don't know, Smiley. Look, I don't know, Smiley. Lord Jesus, not today. Wow. But, you know, girl, like,
what builder is it, baby? What builder cheating on you? That's what all the builders. If you do not know, all the builders at this time of year are going to give you the most money. So if you want to know when the best time is to buy, let us know. Contact us. We can tell you when they give you the most money. Like, they give you all these options other times of the year, but right now they about to give y'all a whole bunch of money. So if you ready to buy now, you got to think about, you can buy now at $600 and get all of that help and buy down the rate and whatever. And still, you're going to still be in better position than when you wait for the rates to fall. Because when the rates fall, guess what? The price of the house is higher and you don't have all those options.
Well, here's the kicker. I just had somebody go under contract. Their hope was to get an inventory home, which is a home that is a quicker delivery. It'll be ready soon. I'll be at the open house this weekend in White Plains, Maryland, on one of the former model homes. So this is what I know. The houses that are ready right now, which is the end of the fiscal year for the builder, for one builder in particular, November 30th is their date. So 9 times out of 10, the deals that you see right around this time are going to be crazy bananas, and it's going to make you want to jump and buy a house. I've seen people get $40,000 in closing help, and they're not on the $1.9 million homes. Those are on the 6 and the 7s. They're making really crazy deals. They know they are in steep competition with that buyer that can afford that number. So they are doing anything and everything in their power to get you under contract. They're offering up extra fixtures and things of that nature. But it's just like what the federal government does. So at the end of September 30th, the federal government has to spend all the money in the budget. That's the job. They have to clear out all the money before they get more money for the next year. Because from my understanding, after being in the federal government over 25 years, I know that money doesn't roll over. You got to spend the money. You got to go to training, buy things, all the things. You got to spend the money out. What the builder's doing, instead of spending the money, the builder has to sell all the houses in their inventory. They don't sell the houses in their inventory. They got to carry those over to the next year, and that's not a good look for their books. They want their books to be clear. So they offering you incentives, all types of specials, and that's what's happening right now. Our team works with a number of new construction builders. We make it our business to go and see where these houses are coming up, what's happening in the industry, what the price points will be, what style of home is coming. And in our time, over the last few years, we have learned a lot and learned the cycle that it follows. So So right now, if you're thinking about buying a house, and there's some inventory sitting around, there's a great deal to be had. So what's our new moniker? If you're thinking in the next 9 days or 9 months, give us a call, give the Pinder Group a call about purchasing a home in the Maryland, DC area. Virginia license will be coming very soon. So if you have questions about it, please don't ask us about Baltimore. Please. Lord have mercy, Jesus. Please don't ask us about Baltimore.
Baltimore is there, but Baltimore is a different story. Okay?
Baltimore's fall.
So,
no, tell the truth. Tell the truth. Baltimore's fall. I'm not going to Baltimore. I just want y'all to understand. But Baltimore is a good hour and a half from us on a good day, not even counting traffic. So don't send me a message and say my cousin want to. No. Mm-mm. The other message you cannot send us right now, that you're looking for a rental. Better won't.
And also, you got a voucher. I mean,
no. Renters. Right now, renters all together. We cannot do it. One, those who cannot go ahead and purchase a home, they need to get their credit together. They need to make all these different changes and things and, get themselves prepared. Unfortunately, if you're fixing your credit and you need to go ahead and rent, you have more likelihood of getting an apartment than you do a rental, a private property being rented. The stipulations are high. The landlords are looking for top tier credit. And if you're working on your credit, of course, you don't have the credit to match their expectations. It's not, it's their business what they ask, the requirements of people. But let's be honest. Let's be true about this thing. At the end of the day, if you want me to have a 700 credit score to rent your little house, the child that probably don't even have stainless steel appliances, what are we doing here? What are we doing? This is sick. This is stupid.
What was my last rental? My last rental wanted you to have over a 720 credit score. And it was not the top of the line place. No. So why not get your credit together and go ahead and buy? Because if you're going to have to spend 720, if you're going to have a 720, 730 credit score, and you got to put the down payment down, first month security, you ready to buy, sweetheart. You're ready to buy. If you can have all that money, all that cash right there, you can buy.
But just saying, what was her other stipulation because they didn't have the credit?
What was her other one? They had to come up with double the security deposit. So if you didn't have a 720, then she wanted extra money. So that means you need way more. And some of these mortgage companies can get you in under a 600. You might have a high rate, but they can get you in. But 640 is the one we look for. We look for 620, 640. We look for that number. But they can get you in under it. Why would you pay somebody's rent and you got a 720, 730 credit score and putting all that money down? I can put you in a place that you can own.
My question would be,
you can be in a place that you can own.
But just saying, her rent was, how much was the rent over there? 25 or 27?
25, and she didn't own that. The cost of the houses over there, if you brought the house over there, you would be paying less than $2,000 a month, period, because her mortgage was less than $1,500.
So that's $7,500. That's $7,500 right there. You had to come up with because the person had a lower credit score than she was accepting, so they had to put down a double security deposit just to get in. That's you can do a lot with $7,500, especially if you have a Maryland mortgage program you've been approved for. You can get in to a home. I think the Maryland mortgage program gives like $15,000 towards down payment. They cover a little bit of your closing. They cover your closing help. They can cover a little bit of that down payment and then $7,500. So it depends on the price of the house, how much more you need to come up with just to get into a house. But once again, it's a tax write-off. So y'all tell me how y'all want to roll. That's up to y'all. I ain't here to argue with nobody. I'm just telling you what I know.
They definitely didn't know the difference between the taxes and renting versus owning, because if you can pay everybody, so when you rent, and especially in an apartment, I've always broke the life to me from my mother. Apartment. You guys need to know what apartment means. Apartment is a part of what you meant to buy.
Not a part. So shut up.
We need to move on.
Really? Not a part of what you meant to buy.
And I know that everybody's not ready at the same time, but we can get you ready. We can show you what you need to do so you don't keep renting for the rest of your life. You need to get into, where's my credit? Where do I need to be? Because how much longer? Because when you're paying rent, you are paying somebody else's mortgage because they're collecting rent to pay the mortgage and they're getting all the benefits from what you're paying.
Amen. But the other piece of the thing is, so we had the conversation in the car today, and what did we talk about? The fact that the assumable mortgage is a thing that people are putting out in the atmosphere, and they're making it seem like you can actually attain this thing. And it's something that you can do. It's just depending on how much kind of money, not how much kind of money. That didn't make an inch of sense. How much kind of money? That sounds crazy. But it depends on how much money you have at your disposal to be able to assume the mortgage because the person who owns the home assumes that you have the monies that they can have to make up the difference of the equity versus what they need to pay off. There's a lot of assuming going on, and y'all know the old tale. Assuming, when you assume things.
When we're talking about, so to make it clearer, so say she owned a home that was 600,000, and she only owed 300,000, so she has 300,000 in equity. So when you go to assume the loan, what part are you assuming, Lisa?
You're assuming the 300,000.
You're assuming the balance, correct?
You're assuming the balance of the loan.
Right, and that's at 2.3. But what happens to the equity, the 300,000 equity when you're looking to buy it? So the 300,000, you either have to have cash or you can finance it. But if you finance it, what happens?
You're not financing at that same 2.3%, and you have to qualify for both mortgages, even at the 2.3% and whatever the current rate is, which is in the sevens at this moment. So you have to qualify on both ends if you don't have that disposable cash. Because if that person is looking to take an assumable mortgage and they have an equity there, they do want to walk away with something. Times ain't that hard. They want their money. Trust me on that one. They want their money. Y'all play if you want to. Act crazy. I don't know who Dolores looked like. She is struggling to stay in this live. I don't know what's going on with it, but that's just the thing of the matter. It's a lot of opportunity out here, and I hear it on the news every morning. I don't even want to watch the news because it's so irritating to my spirit that people are being told things that you can work around. We are out here making deals happen every day. It's just a matter of finding the right house and making sure the situation fits you best. Because at the end of the day, hold up. That's Lisa Taylor Fritter. Hold up. Palm Beach. Let's see what Palm Beach got to say.
I mean, like you said, there are a lot of things that you can go through, but there are things that's not, everybody's not telling you the whole truth about.
The assumable.
There are ways that we can make it happen. There are ways that truthfully we can make it happen. We're not here to lie about it. Go in here and have your house for a assumable loan for 2.3 and you can get over it. Baby, you need to know that money that they got in equity, somebody gotta talk about that. We need to talk about what's gonna happen with that equity. How do you have the cash for it? Or are you gonna finance it, and that you cannot finance it at the same price that he had it for?
Definitely not. Definitely not.
That's not gonna happen.
Lisa Taylor Fritter.
So I just want y'all to know that. I mean, we can, we see pretty pictures painted out here about assumable loans, but when you get into it, I don't want y'all to lose y'all EMD. I don't want y'all to lose that because you went into it and you thought that you had all this going on and you're going to claim this, and then to come to find out that equity that you had the money to get and you can't get it financed, and now you're blown. You can mess up your whole and mess up all your money. Because I just had a client, not my client, the one on the other side, lose their money because they came in on the wrong way and not knowing their person that represented them didn't give them all the information. So you can have that. So you need to be well informed before you go into an assumable loan or whenever you go into real estate. You need to be informed on everything because why is the EMD held, Lisa?
You gotta have skin in the game. They want you to have some type of skin in the game when it comes to an earnest money deposit. You just can't walk around here all willy-nilly and think you can just go put offers on houses and you don't have to have anything at stake so you can be held to the fire if you decide at the last minute, oh, I saw another house I like and I just want to jump out of here. No, you got to really be held to the fire. That's what contingency is about. Miss Lisa Taylor Fritter. Hey, hon bun, how you been?
Sweaty because I was out walking and it's like 3,000 degrees here right now.
Not 3,000.
It feels like it right now. I'm sweaty. I'm good. How are you?
I'm good. It's been a minute. Thank you for jumping on. I mean, even though we're all on the East Coast, tell us what is going on down in Florida right now, because we're seeing a lot of fun stuff up here.
I think it might be about the same. We're still dealing multiple offers depending on the price range. I just managed to get some clients under contract in the 360s, our 5th offer that we put in. So we're seeing a lot of that. But we're also seeing a lot of houses sitting in the little higher ranges. So I'm sure it's the same everywhere else.
True.
You guys are right.
Yes, definitely. Everybody under 400,000, it's like a bloodbath. We are fighting for our lives. Anything higher.
What I'm telling people is, I mean, obviously, once the rates do drop, we're going to see like a huge, everything's going to blow up. So if people can, they need to go buy now and then just keep an eye on the rates and refi, or if they can, put a little bit more money down so that, you know, the payments are going to be less. And, you know, you just got to, you don't want to be back in multiple offers situation again. That's the thing, right?
Oh, it's a bloodbath. It's crazy. And I've got a couple of people that need closing help. So I'm like, we got to shop even lower to give you wiggle room to ask for more money and make the seller happy.
I guess the good thing is with that because homes are sitting more, sellers are more willing to give something. I'm finding that as well. Even in this house, I managed to get something back for the towards closing costs for the buyers. So sellers are, because they know that homes are sitting.
They are really sitting. I've got a seller right now. They're offering up closing help. They're offering up money to buy the rate down. I'm damn near ready to do the damn kitchen myself. I want to go in there with some marble and granite and put down something new myself, because this is crazy. This is crazy. And fingers crossed, we had a showing on it tonight. So I'm like, please be people who have a vision and want to see it, and you know, are open to what it could be. I'm hoping. So we'll see.
Oh, hopefully. I'll pray for you too.
Thank you. Thank you.
End of the year. Is it the same thing for your end of the year, your end of the fiscal year down in Florida also?
I didn't hear what you asked me. I'm sorry.
So your end year for your builders, is it the same there that they're giving so much?
I don't do a lot of new construction, so I'm not too sure, truthfully. And there's not a ton of new construction by me either. I think right now, when I was there the most recent thing, they are giving, I don't know if it's necessarily an end of year thing, but they are giving it more incentives than they were, definitely.
Yeah, we usually do give more incentives. And that's when we see the end of the year, they give more incentives. Like the builders are giving so much now. Like today, the one we seen, even with the 50, it was even $70 plus other stuff that they were giving. So $70,000 cash was something different.
Yeah.
But the house was
they don't with all the inventory into next year, do they? And really, even now they're going to be stuck with some of it for next year.
Yeah, this builder had one house left.
A lot of inventory right now in Maryland, like they don't have any inventory houses left.
Mm-mm.
So that tells us that the buyers are not stopping; they're still buying. We still have buyers out here because when we went to the construction site today, they had no inventory houses.
We have one.
They had one that they were still working on to build, but it wasn't complete. So one in the whole community, and that they were building. So that's not saying that we have a lot out there.
But Lisa, we were in 1.9 million today, and it was one inventory home that community swept.
That was less.
Do they have a lot of homes in that price range though? Do they have a lot of? Do they normally build a lot of inventory homes in that price range?
They build whole communities. And
But as an inventory home, it's like
yeah,
they had a few and they were gone. They had a few that were gone. So there's not that the buyers aren't buying. It's just that you have to find the right buyer for that home. And in different areas, you will find different buyers. So it's not like if we're looking at Southern Maryland versus where we were today, that's a whole different buyer.
So Kelly's in the chat, and Kelly says 1.5 in her market is moving. 1.5 million in her. It just depends on where you are. Because where we were today, it's a different county than where we usually are. Oh, so yeah, Northern Virginia, of course. Northern Virginia is easy peasy, 1.5 million. They can do that all day in their sleep.
Where I am, also, I was up in Port St. Lucie, which is two counties north of where I am in Palm Beach. It's a totally different price range. You can get, mean, I think this house was like 1,700 square feet that they bought, a 3.2, in the 360s. You'd be lucky to find a 2-bedroom where I am, truthfully. A single family. You'll get townhouses, but you can't get anything in Palm Beach County for that. So it really does depend on the counties.
Definitely depends on the counties because ours are very diverse here. You can go from 500,000 to 2 million really easily at the average, and it just all depends on who lives there and who wants to buy it because they're rocking and rolling in this particular county. We were in Howard County today, and Toll Brothers, for those who are familiar with it, was a no-brainer to buy it. No-brainer.
Well, those are luxury homes, Toll Brothers. They do a lot of the country club build, right? They do by us anyway.
Yeah, but they're about to be out. Like even in Maryland, they have no other place to build. So
they're running out of land.
They're not going to be in Maryland too much longer because they don't have any more space. So they're going back to Virginia because they only have one house left in Maryland.
It's crazy.
And then it goes back to the same thing, supply and demand again, because the inventory is low, but so is the new build. The new build has always been low for the last 10 years because they haven't been building.
No, they haven't. They slowed down a ton. But here we have a lot of restrictions on the lot sizes. So they can't build those super mega homes anymore. They're going to that luxury townhome. We're seeing a lot of luxury townhomes here. Huge 3,000 square foot townhomes. We're seeing a lot of that here because the builders don't have the access to the land that they used to. There are a lot of moratoriums and things that the counties are enforcing, saying that you can't build on a house on 3 acres. You can't build on more than this. You can't build on more than that. And we want you to have this. It's crazy how it's changed.
Yeah. It's great. It is weird out there. It's a strange time out there for sure.
Definitely strange, but we're hanging in there. We're doing all the things that we're supposed to be doing.
What are you in?
I'm in Southeast Florida. I'm Palm Beach County.
Okay, Palm Beach. Okay, cool.
Yeah.
My daughter says that she wants to come down there.
In case somebody's on here, never comes. So if anybody's in Palm Beach, they know to reach out to you.
Don't be confused that she has an English accent. Don't be confused.
I have to tell you, Lisa, I thought about you today. Guess what I saw in the store?
Oh, goodness. What is it?
Take a picture, send it to you. Seriously, I was in a rush.
A chocolate croissant, but you have to hear how she says it. You have to hear how she says it. She says it so funny.
I don't say what it is.
It is.
Chocolate.
See, but look,
It's the French.
it was 6:00 in the morning. We were in Texas in a cafe, and she said, I said, I want one of those. And she said it. And I was like, what? I just want a chocolate croissant. Lisa, stop. Give me what I asked you for. It's too early. It's too early. Like, what the heck? Kelly, there are a lot of, Kelly Martinez wants to know if you wanted to buy a working farm in Maryland, where would you do it? Southern Maryland, I would look towards Southern Maryland. I would look more towards Howard County. You got a lot of farmland out that way. And it would depend on how many acres you're looking at and how much your budget was. Because in different counties, just like the houses, you're going to get different price points. You're going to get.
Send you a horse farm down here if you want. We have lots of horse farms in Palm Beach.
Really?
West Palm Beach. I live in Wellington, and Wellington is actually the winter equestrian capital of the world. So in the wintertime, you have all the big names here. Bill Gates owns like a street in one of the communities. Bruce Springsteen is here. A lot of these, Madonna's been here. Bruce Springsteen goes to the bookstore. Like, you get all these names, and a lot of them have kids who are in the circuit. So the ride, they do the dressage, they play polo. So yeah, in the wintertime here, it's you have people from all over the world.
That is so cool.
And there's all horse farms out west in that part of town.
Well, I saw Ted Cruz last week. I don't get to see Bruce Springsteen. I saw Ted Cruz in Northern Virginia last week.
Yeah, I bet you were thrilled.
I was shocked. I was like, wait a minute, that is Ted Cruz. My daughter was like, there's Ted Cruz, Mom. And I was like, what? And I was like, oh, that is him. And then we saw that the secret agents behind him. people.
I knew. So I get a phone call yesterday from someone who said they were from Inside Edition, the TV show, and they wanted to talk to me about how Trump had, with his tax, the difference of things with his property taxes, or the devaluation and the evaluation of the whole thing. Well, I'm very non-political on any of my socials and anything. I said to her, first of all, how did you even find me? They went on social media and looked for an agent who was active in the area. So I'm like, okay, I'm not going to do your show because I don't want to discuss any of that part. But I was like, oh my God, that's crazy.
That is so funny. But you're
crazy.
You're so popular. Of course they call you. You're so popular.
Yeah, but I mean, no, because my Facebook got hacked, so I have no Facebook anymore.
Yeah.
I have to build it up again. So I'm literally just on TikTok, Instagram, and what's the other one? YouTube.
Yeah. Well, I've done that, been through that journey of going back on Facebook again, and I'm still like.
Did you ever get yours back, or did you start a new one?
Started a new one. Started a new. I never got it back.
I had like nearly 6,000 followers on my business page. I was so devastated.
Oh my heavens, that's so crazy.
So if you see a message, tell everybody in Skin in the Game that if they see something and I'm in a pale pink shirt, it's me.
Yeah, you said it's me. It's me. I swear it's me.
Yeah, because everyone's still friends with me because my old account is still there. You can still see it.
Yeah.
But nothing's been done since August.
That's crazy.
What's that? It's nuts.
So we have
real estate broker in Rhode Island.
Yeah, Dream Living with Claudia. Hey, Claudia. Welcome. So she's in Rhode Island, and is that Massachusetts? Yes.
So what's
I'm licensed in Rhode Island in Massachusetts. I have been dying to find other realtors on here to chit chat. And I'm like dying. I'm just like, and I tried to put like shout outs and hashtags. I'm like, I need to find, other agents. And it's funny because not everybody responds to you.
Really?
For example, I'm literally looking for an agent in the North Carolina, Asheville area. And I'm reaching out to different agents. Hey, how long you been in the business? Hey, how's it going? Some of them have not yet to respond to me. I'm like, are you kidding me?
That's crazy. That is crazy.
And so what we're trying to do is to make sure that we can get on and get information out. And then even if we're on here, we can meet each other and we can tag each other. Oh, I have someone here,
I'm trying to think. Right. I know Michael.
What's your name? Is it? I'm sorry? The Rhode Island lady. What's your name? I can't see it.
Claudia.
It's Claudia.
Click on her picture and it's on her whole name.
I can't see it properly. Anyway, my husband was just telling me he gets a lot of customers from Rhode Island who buy houses down in Palm Beach, so we should talk.
Well, okay, here's the thing. So out of all of the states in the U.S., the number one state that people leave to go to Florida is, in fact, Rhode Island.
Wow.
We have most of your snowbirds are Rhode Islanders. My mother included.
So I think you go to
Snowcatcher.
Yeah.
Let me ask. I've got a guy, Michael and Miss Melissa Elliott in God doggone it, where are they? They're in North Carolina. I'm gonna ask them if they're near Asheville. They're a team, husband-wife team that I adore.
Black Mountain. I think it's called Bear Mountain or Black Mountain area.
Bear Mountain. My daughter's moving to Asheville. I'll need some.
Can you guys hear me okay? There we go.
Yeah. I'm gonna ask Michael, and
coming up soon.
Claudia just started following me, so I'm gonna send you a message hopefully tomorrow after I ask Michael.
I have different. How do you do? Okay, follow people when it's not my TikTok. Is it my thing?
She will send you their information so that you can just follow them.
Yeah, because
you can add them to your stuff.
She's Dream.
Lisa will.
I'll send it to you, Lisa.
Okay, thanks. Just get my water.
And this is the thing about us coming in and sharing what's going on different parts of the town is that if you have somebody moving this way, we can tell them, oh, this person can tell you what's going on over there. It's crazy. Like, everybody thinks that, oh, I'm going to wait. I don't care what part of the world you in, lady? It's not going to happen.
Well, here's the thing. I think with the lawsuit where they settled that lawsuit on the commission, Remax settled, KW was going to settle. That is, and our MLS just sent us a note that they are now allowing. Because before we never allowed, you had to compensate the buyer's agent something.
Yes.
But now they just came out and said, nope, you don't have to compensate them. So this is going to be a problem, I think.
Yes, it will. It will.
It's going to be an enormous problem. And not if there's.
Oh, she froze.
It's going to encourage very greedy. And let's face it, in our industry, we have a lot of greedy, selfish, not in the best interest of their client agents.
Mm-hmm.
And in addition to that, I think it's a disservice that they're doing this because it's twofold. Number one, it's a disservice to the sellers because, and I know this is a RESPA thing that we don't discuss this, but let's call it what it is. If in fact the buyer is 85% of buyers are represented by real estate agents, correct? Correct. Yeah. Now, if you're a seller and you know this, why wouldn't you want to compensate the buyer's agent? Why wouldn't you want to draw as much buyer agents as you possibly can? That's number one. But number two, most importantly, the people that cannot afford to give 2% or 2.5%, the buyers who cannot afford a real estate agent are going to walk into things with no representation. And the people that are going to get screwed are the first-time home buyers that go bumbling in through an open house and they land into the lap of the listing agent who knows exactly what to do. This is an enormous disservice. Why? All because some seller didn't want to compensate a buyer's agent. This is disgusting.
But that's the conversation I have with when I'm doing listing presentations right off this.
How many people that's searching for their client, knowing that they're not going to be compensated, won't even bring them to their house? Because
that's my point.
Yeah, we're not even taking you over. If we don't see anything for me to help this buyer, why are we bringing them to you?
Right. Now, I mean, granted, it's like, okay, the upper echelon of price points, yes, can the buyer agent afford it? Yes, they can. Are there little ways you can get your compensation? Sure, closing costs, what have you. But that, like, in our state, it's the 250 to 350, 375 price point. The first time home buyer, the 100% financing VA, the people that cannot afford it, they're going to get screwed. And that's the clientele. Of all people, come on.
Right.
That's the one you really want to help.
Because you can definitely write it into the contract. But how many, like you said, how many can afford that? How many can afford that?
Exactly.
They're paying that extra 2.5% after closing for us, when it is really on the seller.
But that's the conversation I have with my listing appointments anyway. I'm telling my sellers right off the break, here's what we're doing. We are incentivizing people to come to your home. This is what this is about. So we need to give a fair percentage to the buyer's agent. I said, because uncharacteristic as it is and unfavorable, they're going to look at the bottom of that listing sheet and say, what percentage am I getting paid? That's why so many of the builders got a rep, especially during COVID, when people weren't coming in the doors with builders. The builders felt like they didn't need us anymore. So they cut the percentage. They went down to a flat fee, and we were offended. So we stopped bringing people. They still going to sell, but they were not selling, and things were not going the way they thought they should have been.
Right.
Kelly's talking about unwrapped tenants in the area. You know what, Kelly? We just had the conversation about that. My whole thing with that is I'm fine with tenants. That's all cool and gravy. But the landlords out here, their stipulations are making it super hard for people to even rent nowadays.
Yep.
And for us to get $200 or $300 for running someone around of 50 houses that they've been turned down time and time again, it's crazy bananas. So it's like, let's get your credit approved so we can get you in something that you can stay in and not have to worry about moving every 2 years. I'm just not a fan of it. I'm just not.
And Lisa, what was my last one that I had about even dealing with vouchers? I'm going to start passing those on because it's too much and it's a headache. I had a client that she does not come out of the house. So she wanted me to go around and take videos of every home and to see what she wanted. And this is a voucher. And then this voucher doesn't want to be an MLS, so I have to see if I'm even going to get anything from it. So I'm just like, I'm just out here doing everything like this is my house. And I'm like, sometimes you have to realize, these things are it takes a lot of work to do. And are you up to the work that you're really not going to get paid for? Because vouchers and rentals are so much. They're more work than you looking for a sale. For me, it's more work than a sale.
Yeah.
And I don't turn them away. I don't want to turn them away because I want to help, but it's a lot of work.
Like I said, these landlords are just their expectations are just crazy right now. Their expectations.
My landlord on the rental that I had, we had to have a 720, a 730 or above. And
if you had a 720 or a 730, you're going to go out and get yourself a house. Really.
And I tried to tell her that, but they don't listen. I said, if somebody could get a 720 or 730, and you want $5,000 in security deposit plus first month's rent, why would they not buy? I said, because that's all the money they need to buy a house, right there. Right there, that's all they need. Because with a program, I can get them into a house with this. I only need a 620, 640 to get them to where they need to be. But you're asking for a 720. So that's what I'm saying. You guys are giving me so much on a rental. The rentals are so hard to do right now. I can get somebody into a house at a 620 and a 640.
Some even lower.
Homeowners associations by you, because we have these associations where the buyer and seller have agreed and they've come to terms, but the association, and they've been approved for a mortgage. The association is to have like a 720 credit or whatever it might be, and they're the ones who kind of kill the deals. It's crazy with some of them.
No, our associations aren't involved in that manner. Mm-mm. No.
Yes, especially condos, but even some homeowners associations.
Oh, yeah.
Where I used to live,
Condos different.
Homeowners associations, they would require like a 700 credit score, or
Well,
so our condo association, which would knock us out. So when we buy condos, so they could buy condos cheap here, but at the same time, the fees could knock them out.
Right. Yes.
Well, my thing is because a lot of the condos, they're so behind on the fees across the board that you have to have a conventional loan. So that knocks a lot of our first-time home buyers out of contention. And then most of them, they demand that you have to have at least 10% down. Once again, knocks a whole lot of our first-time buyers out of contention. They can't even do anything with that. Even if the condo is $150,000, they might not have $15,000 sitting around just to go down on a condo, and they might not be eligible for the conventional loan because they need to have, a higher credit score just to get that conventional approval to make sense. It's crazy. It's crazy.
I'm trying to follow you guys. Okay, I got Lisa. Here we go. Palm Beach. I promise you, I'm building people. I'll be sending people your way.
Kelly, where are you? Where's Kelly Martinez is typing in the chat. Where are you at, Kelly? Boop, boop, boop. Ooh, and all. Oh, she's in Vienna, Virginia. Okay. We got to hook up because I need to come to Vienna. We need to do some more filming with our videographer and come to Vienna. We like it out there. I like Tyson's.
Did you say Vienna? Is that Virginia? Virginia?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
What you got? What you got, Claudia?
Well, wait a second. Where is everybody? First of all, where are you all? I know you're Palm Beach. I didn't catch. I just saw that you were chatting with real estate. I'm like, oh my god, are those realtors? I can talk to them.
She sounded like oh my god, are those realtors? Yeah.
I'm like, oh my god, I found my people.
I'm Maryland, DC.
Yep. Okay. And Justine, where are you?
I'm Maryland, DC also.
Justine and I are on a team together.
Maryland. me try to think. Who do I know in the Maryland, D.C. area? My cousin is thinking of selling, but I believe. Let me talk to him first.
Claudia knows everybody. Claudia knows everybody.
No, we are doing. We also going to be coming in Virginia very soon. We're working on Virginia soon. So we are the DMV, Maryland, Virginia, and DC.
So Kelly's in Virginia now. She works Virginia now. I'm not going too far into Virginia. That's a no. I'm not spending half my life on 95. No, that's too much. Being on 95 all day? No, thank you. No, thank you.
So I have a flyer.
Everybody sounds like they're breaking up. It's my internet.
Meet somewhere in the middle.
Yeah, we got to meet in the middle. Nashville. That's not even in the middle.
Come out from they were like, can you take me out here? I'm like, babe, that's 2 hours away. I'm gonna have to refer you because
definitely, Kelly. Look, we should go to Nashville.
In your area, and you have to know where you're good at in your areas. So I'm very honest with my people. I'll be like, I have never sold there. I can Google it and find out, but this is not my area, and I don't want to waste your time or my time. So let me refer you.
Oh, that sounds good. We love to eat, Kelly. Don't worry, honey. We like food.
We eat
all the time. Jane Hewley is on her way in here. Let the fun begin. Here comes Jane.
Oh my God, this is really gonna be fun.
Jane. Hey, Jane.
Now I gotta figure out how to turn my camera on.
Press your picture, and at the top it's gonna have a camera. You can hit the X off of the camera.
I got it.
Yeah, Kelly, we gotta meet because we love to eat. We love food. I was just in Old Town the other week at a brunch spot, being a happy person. I'm not gonna say a joyous, chubby person, just a happy person. We were at Banditos today. Tacos are amazing at Banditos.
Jane, after you do it. I'm sorry, Jane. After you take the X off of your camera, then hit save.
Yeah, well, if it would let me take the X off of the camera, that would be step one. But it's not saying I can do that.
Oh, don't forget, Jane has an Android. That's the problem.
Okay. Okay. I'm not
Yeah. I'm gonna start posting my macro pictures, and then we'll talk about who's got what camera.
I mean, you were in Fiji, so Fiji cannot look bad. Come on now, you have vacation pictures from Fiji. There's no way that can look horrible. That's not an excuse. We don't hear.
But I also took pictures of flowers in my front yard.
Oh, well, bless your heart. That's so sweet. So, Jane, we are in here talking about, we've got Claudia is in Rhode Island and Massachusetts. Lisa Taylor Fritter is in Palm Beach. Kelly Martinez is in Vienna, Virginia. Justine. We're in there just gabbing about what's happening in the market right now and what we are seeing in our different industries and our different areas. Because even though Jane is in Maryland with us, Jane is Maryland, DC, and Virginia. We still see different things in different parts of the county because we don't try. Jane will go to Baltimore. Bless her heart. She'll go to Baltimore. I'm not going to Baltimore.
Baltimore's popping. Baltimore's where it's at.
No, it's not. That's 2 hours. That's a 2-hour drive. No, thank you.
Okay, but so 2-hour drive and get paid, or a no-hour drive and don't get paid.
No, I'm staying.
I won't take the 2 hours and get paid.
No, it's too much.
Well, something like I'm licensed in Massachusetts, and I'm licensed in Massachusetts. And someone says, "Will you go into Boston?" And my usual response is, "No." However, if you said to me, "Hey, Claudia, I really need a condo overlooking the Charles. I can spend $2 million," then yes, I will drive into Boston for you.
Yes, I will. Boom.
Other than that,
amen.
If you're a listing agent versus if you're a listing agent on something 2 hours away, of course, that's different too because you don't have to be there every time.
Sure.
I still want to take care of the property.
No, but sometimes I'll get like a corporate real relo. Before I did real estate, I used to do corporate relo and move families in companies for their lines. So sometimes if it's a corporate relo and I know they better find something, they've got like a month to find something, then yes, I'll do it.
Yeah. But I mean,
I'd have Rhode Island, Massachusetts, and I'm working on Connecticut. But so full disclosure, will I do Massachusetts and Connecticut? Yes, I will. But I won't go. I won't go that far in. Will you do Hartford? No, nope. I won't do Hartford. Yeah. And by the way, you can get across my entire state in under 45 minutes. So, the typical Rhode Islander is, listen, if it's more than 20 minutes away, I gotta pack a lunch. That's, I think someone's here from Dallas. I'm like, Dallas is bigger than the state of Rhode Island. So,
exactly. Dallas is huge.
Today, why you should move to Palm Beach County, and one of the things was that Palm Beach County is bigger than Rhode Island and Delaware. So,
why do they pick on Rhode Island so bad? That's crazy.
It is so funny.
Kelly, I'm not sure. I know myself, Jane, Lisa, and Justine are all EXP. I'm not sure about Claudia. Claudia, who are you with?
I've been doing this for 25 years. I actually own my own brokerage now. So
get it, rock star.
My own opened up Dream Living Realty. I'm the principal broker. I did 13 years under KW. I did 6 months under Exit. I ran out of there as quickly as possible when I got into Exit.
Ooh, not touching that one. Not touching that one.
I'm sorry, no disrespect to Exit.
Nope, not touching that one. We used to be with Exit.
Okay. Well, something. Every single franchise, and depending on where you work, it's all different. It's particular where you go. Let's see, I did 13 years at KW. I did 2 years under Remax. And I did Remax after KW, and I didn't like, for lack of a better word, the culture under the Remax banner. Some people do very well under the Remax banner. I just didn't, I didn't care for it.
Well,
but anyways, to make a long story short, it got to the point where I was just like, I'm not learning anything new, and I'm paying, so I'm just going to go under my own banner.
But I think we all have experienced that, where you had that, okay, it's time to grow again. Now where do I go? Because I need somebody to offer me something that's going to help me out of the box. Of course we know there's no magic pill, but we also know that we do need some things in place to help us keep going. Definitely.
You started cutting out. Was there a question in there? You started cutting out.
Mm-hmm. No, Kelly was asking who everybody was with, and since we all know each other, I don't know her.
Yeah, audio, having a problem with the audio here. It goes in and out.
I don't know what that's about. Because I can hear really good.
For me, Exit was a stepping stone. I started to
get your AirPods out.
I could not grow any further. So I had to move on.
Jane?
I felt like when there's a cutthroat mentality amongst agents within the own office, that's when you know, okay, this is not good. This is not a healthy place.
Yeah.
That's what I didn't like.
Yeah.
I trained well. The training was superior. Every KW is different. But I thought the training was superior at KW. What was the other? KW as opposed to Remax.
Okay. I've heard that. But once again, it's all about us. It's all about you, the agent, and what you're going to bring to the table and how you're going to just, blow things up for your own self. Because people can be in those systems and never do anything, and it's everybody's fault but their own.
Yep, you are correct. You are absolutely correct.
Because my thing is, we get up every day and we got to get this hustle together. The accountability calls, all the things that we do, the partnerships, getting together and masterminding together and coming up with events together. It's about that shared mentality, no matter where you're at. Because I'm connecting with Jane and her wife, and connecting with Justine, knowing Lisa all the way down in Florida. We just know we have those partners. So that's my thing. But then if I get around an agent and they're like, oh, nothing is right, everything is wrong, and I'm like, well, what are you doing? What did you do today for your business? What did you do to help move your business up an inch? Oh, well, it's nobody's buying houses. Well, you're sitting at the house. Of course, nobody's, as my daughter told me years ago, if you think you're going to lay in this bed and somebody's going to ring the doorbell and ask you to help them buy a house, you're crazy. You got to get up and get out of this house. And I was like, oh, okay, let me get up now because she's read me my rights.
So we started our business planning for next year with our team this week with our team meeting. And basically I asked my team members, I'm like, take these sheets home, work out what your financial goals are, how much money do you want to make, and once you have those numbers, we'll come up with a plan to reach those goals, right? And then I went over like different ways to drive your business, and there's a long list of they don't want to do this, that, or the other thing. I'm like, okay, but then you need to come up with another way to drive business, because if you don't want to make phone calls, I can tell you right now, I don't know a single top producing agent that doesn't make phone calls.
Yeah,
agreed. So it's about doing the things every day.
I'm trying to see
They
what
have to
this is.
come up with work for them.
Oh.
And if they get them to their numbers.
Oh, because he was asking if we could sue if we don't make money. If we're commission based and we don't make money, can we sue? No, we're 1099ers. This is our business. Even though we all reside under a brokerage, we have to work for ourselves. That's the end of the day. We just have a brokerage that we hang our license at. It has nothing to do with what we do in business.
So, regardless of where you hang your license at.
I will say I do miss a few things when you're under a big banner like EXP or KW or Remax. The thing I do miss the most is that the franchises are on top of what's changing fast. Franchises, like you said, we're all getting together doing accountability. That's one of the reasons why I was looking for agents on here. I'm like, okay, I've got knowledge to share. I wanted to do accountability sessions. I was reading Robin Sharma's The 5 a.m. Club. I'm like, get up at 5 a.m., get on a treadmill, do this, do that. And I'm just kind of like looking around like, all right, no one else is doing this.
Yeah.
I think sometimes it's still that mentality.
That's good. You already did your business planning for next year.
Well, we started it, right? Like it's going to be, over the next couple of months to kind of fine tune it, and really dive into some of those other avenues and other referral lanes, so like, the plumber and the painter and the whatever and the hairdresser and the nail, not that I have a nail person, but if I did,
I've got one.
I can get Lisa's nail person.
Yeah.
Lisa's got a great nail.
Always.
I don't.
I'm brave enough for all the different colors. I just do one.
I don't do anything else, so I don't have any other vices. So might as well get my nail and my eyebrows. That's my latest obsession, keeping my eyebrows done because I don't have eyebrows. It's the craziest thing. I don't. We wipe this off. We don't have a problem. I don't have eyebrows.
With your eyebrows, what do you mean you don't have eyebrows? You had them. Did you have the microblading?
No, I get them tinted. Yeah. I'm scared to get them microbladed. I don't want to be
Well, I
poked.
have to tell you, I had mine done before I started chemo, and I'm so glad I did because, and this is like 2 years, 3 years, and they're still pretty good. I've never had them touch.
Oh, nice. No, thank you.
Pretty good.
No, thank you. I'm too scared.
Annoying. I don't have tattoos anywhere on my body except my eyebrows.
Just your eyebrows.
I do know one poor unfortunate woman whose tattooed eyebrows are not right.
Oh.
I know you probably look surprised because I was like a little nervous about it. It's permanent, but I'm so glad I did.
Oh my goodness. Hold up,
I
guys.
have to go now anyway. Sorry, I don't have to go. He's leaving.
Lisa said he's leaving. He's leaving. I just sent the invite.
He'll be back soon.
I just sent an invite to Billy Saunders, our local lender. Billy D, Mr. Smooth Dresser. I don't know what he's doing. Where is he? I don't know how many people will let me send in here. I don't know.
Jane, I was also on here.
Yes, ma'am.
We were talking about how people think assumable loans are just so easy. I was like, there's more to assumable loans. I mean, because you have an equity in an assumable loan. When somebody comes to you wanting to assume your loan, you do know that the equity has to be paid up, or you have to get it financed, and it's not going to be at the same price. And a lot of people,
right? Yeah,
they're shocked. I'm like, did they not tell you?
I don't know what Billy's doing.
And then the other part of that is they have to get whatever lender that they're going to get that second with to agree to be a second mortgage, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, no, there's a lot of moving parts in that. And if it's a VA loan, they can assume it, but hopefully they're a VA so that the other guy can get their VA back.
Their
right?
eligibility.
Like, there's a lot of moving parts in that.
A lot of moving parts.
And then
give up your VA. If you want to let somebody take your assumable, you're canceling out your VA. So you can do that. If you're going to try to get another VA, you cannot give up that. So, I mean,
well, they need a VA buyer. Yeah.
Well, we had a VA buyer, but my question was, does the VA say it again, Jess?
Because I was going to post with Lisa, and I said, somebody's like, oh, I got someone to get an assumable loan, and we got closing help. I said, what the hell? What the hell? Somebody lying. Because if you got them to get an assumable loan, and they got an equity in there, and y'all getting closed help, all this stuff ain't adding up. Somebody need to tell the truth on how this whole story is going.
Yeah, that's a lot.
She said that's a lot.
How you getting closed help? And they got an assumable loan, and what you doing with the equity there? I mean, is the buyer everything?
So Kelly said she just did one. She just did an assumable. We got Kelly on. Jesse can't hear.
I don't want them coming to me asking for that. I don't want them asking me for that because I can't give you that.
Justine, we just got Kelly on.
For a VA. Well, it took 4 months to get it through because it was with I'm gonna forget which bank it was. But luckily they had the cash, and my clients just bought the house. Like the sellers purchased the house.
They had cash.
Yeah. Well, the sellers also just purchased, and it was a VA loan, so we found another VA to take it over, and then it was like domino effect assumptions. But yeah, I mean, there's somebody who's trying to sell a house in Springfield right now, and she was like, "Oh, it's great because there's $500,000 at like a 2.25% interest rate." I'm like, "Yeah, but you're asking like 800. Like nobody's got 300,000 sitting around, and the only will do a second right now is Tower Federal, and then you have to get the first to agree to allow a second that's not assumable because the second is not assumable.
Right.
And the second has to be subject to the first, right?
Whoa. Jane, are you home?
On one of our listings with a subject to, which is not assuming the loan. They're just buying the house subject to the existing mortgage. And I'm like, well, that's a mess because if they transfer the deed, that pay upon sale clause kicks in from their note.
That sounds like an investor who's banking on the mortgage and who holds the mortgage, not noticing that they changed the deed.
Right, or not noticing for a minute. Yeah. Yeah, and it was an investor, and I'm like, no, that sounds sketchy, and like my seller needs to be out from under this, like completely, because they have their own issues going on. So, I'm like, I don't know that I would recommend this. I gotta, but I quickly had to get up on it because it was the first time I'd ever heard of a subject to, and so that I could explain it.
Yeah, I work with like probably probably 50% investors, and I've seen that work in a couple of situations, but it was always just for quick fix and flips, right? So in one scenario, the guy was in the hospital. It was a 30-day reno, 30 days on the market in Old Town, Alexandria. And that house was crazy. The guy was like collecting his own urine in jars through the house for like 2 years. So like the investor that I work with on that property is a Marine, and he literally walked into that house, turned around, and threw up in the front yard. And I was like, dude, you're a Marine. Like, you haven't seen worse than this. But that was crazy. But yeah.
I'm sorry. I give him all the credit. P is different. That's disgusting. That is literally crazy.
It was bad. What was the reason for that? That's like the bizarrest thing I've ever heard. He was like a schizophrenic, I think, and just had like major mental stuff going on. And he was in the hospital because drug issues and stuff like that. So really sad situation for him, but ended up, working out well because with the subject to financing, he was still able to cash out of his property rather than losing it completely. So it was like a win-win for sure, but that was probably the roughest. I mean, we've dealt with a lot of different crazy stuff, but that was definitely one of the roughest ones that we've been through.
Yeah, I can see where you could get away with it in a fix and flip time frame. But I don't see how you get away with it with any kind of buy and hold or any kind of like full on rehab that's going to take 3-4 months. I think you run the risk of that due upon sale clause kicking in, and then everybody's scrambling trying to find financing. Like, I would just be wary. Like, sellers got to understand the risk.
Claudia, I don't know how to do any of that. I have no blessed idea what you're doing over there. That is amazing. I see that stuff all the time. I never know what it is.
I'm sending you paper cranes.
Oh, that's so sweet.
I've seen the paper thing.
That's crazy. But no, you know what, ladies? I am so glad that we could get on and have this conversation and just talk in general about what we're going through and what we're facing. Because I think like Claudia said earlier, it's finding the connection, being able to talk and know that we're all going through the same craziness where we are.
Yeah.
And it's universal. It is so universal what we go through. And of course, there's no reason for us not to like each other and hang out and want to talk to each other, make friends and all that good stuff. Because Lisa Taylor Fritter tells me how to say things in with her proper English accent all the time. And it makes my life so much better. So much better. So much better.
Sister, you would never have known the real name.
Exactly. I wouldn't have. I don't know what happened to Billy. Billy couldn't get on. I would have loved to have a lender in here in the mix with us talking. That would have been super cool.
Do this every week, though.
Yeah, we have to get back on live status. We used to do it every Thursday at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard, and we fell off the horse. So now we have to get back and hold ourselves accountable and do all the things that we're supposed to do. So if you guys want to hang out with us every week, we will be here acting a fool if we're not out of town or out of the country.
I've always been too scared to TikTok live, so this was actually a really easy way to break into it.
Yeah. Well, you know, Liz Brown does TikTok lives like they're nobody's business. I mean, she does them in her sleep. She literally puts on her makeup every morning and does TikToks. This Liz
Who's that?
Liz Brown. She's a realtor on TikTok, and she does TikTok sessions. Well, she does social media 5-day warm-ups to get you into the flow of using the platforms. She used to do it just for TikTok, but now she does it for all platforms. So yeah, her name is Liz Brown. You can find her in TikTok, and she is a crazy person. She has chickens.
And she will give you a 5-day free.
Yeah, the 5-day free session.
I usually go live in the morning while I'm on the treadmill, and I look like the wrath of God. That's how I get over my fear of getting on the camera. I just do it in the morning, get on the treadmill. I like no makeup. The hair is like everywhere. I'm just like, all right, people, get on the treadmill.
That makes me wonder if there would be a market for me going live at like 3 a.m. and people could just listen to me snore and then tell me if I have sleep apnea.
No.
Hey, Jane,
Maybe.
we can go get each other.
Don't tell her that.
Just doing a sleep study.
Don't tell her that.
We can go get
Don't tell Jane that. Jane will do it and think
No,
nothing
we
of
ain't
it.
gonna go.
Don't tell Jane that. No.
Yeah, we good.
Hey Jane, we got a new taco spot, Banditos. We got to get together and have tacos.
We've been there twice. It's always awesome.
Have you guys tried the one up at the Marlton Shopping Center, the little Mexican joint there with the?
Mm-mm.
It's really good.
Mm-mm.
Okay, I'm gonna have to go.
Really.
Somebody else told us about that place. We gotta go. We gotta go.
I didn't know they had tacos, but I knew it's a Mexican spot.
They got like the I don't know, like the tandoori oven beef in there. I don't understand how to explain,
I don't know what that is.
but their beef is just, oh my god.
Dang, I'm going off of red meat starting the 1st.
Well, then you got to get over there before the first.
You gotta go tomorrow. You gotta go tomorrow. ASAP. Oh, we're gonna first watch tomorrow. We got first watch brunch tomorrow. We can't go. We eat a lot. We eat a lot. I'm working on it. I'm knocking on 50. I think what I am at this point is what I'm gonna be.
When you can have a whole pig. That's all I'm saying.
Be like one for breakfast, an early lunch, and a late lunch.
Exactly.
No, it's first breakfast, second breakfast, third breakfast.
No.
Fourth breakfast. I'm just a hobbit at heart, really.
No. Where is Brenda, Jane? Where's Brenda? We need some order over
She is
there.
in Houston at the LGBTQ Alliance convention.
Oh, she left us. Oh, poo. Okay. Well, I'll
And then
harass her later.
she comes back, and then we fly to Las Vegas for EXPCon next week.
Okay. Oh, I gotta tell you who I talked to on a Zoom this week about that. I'll send you a message about that. Super cool.
Okay.
Super cool. A nice connection I made. Yeah. So, any other things you guys want to talk about today before we get off? Because it's close to my bedtime.
Well, either we can get topics for next week that you guys want to talk about.
Whatever happens on the news next week would be
Maybe
the
we
new
should do
topic.
like a memorandum and guide what we're going to talk about.
Yeah, talk about what you want to talk about next week so we can be on point about, let's dig into details.
But here's the kicker, though. We're all women of a certain age, so this can go off of the rails at any moment. Straight off the rails.
We can drink water, right?
Because look,
It's been a long day.
I've got my fan blowing.
No, save that for your podcast.
Look, I've got my fan blowing because I just had a flash to come out of my sweater. It's a lot going on over here. It's a
And
lot.
it's your birthday. When is your birthday, Lisa?
Just that.
It was the 14th.
Of September?
Uh-huh.
How old did you turn?
49.
Oh, you're just a baby.
Shut up, Jane.
I don't know when anyone's birthdays are because I don't have Facebook anymore.
I know. Kelly, that is a good topic. Kelly was talking about the government shutdown. It's really going to hit us. It's really going to hit us here.
So, yeah, like I did. So I have to give props to a lender for the buyer on one of my listings. So we were scheduled to close on Monday, and he called this past Monday. He sent out an email, can we do this Thursday or Friday? Because I don't want to not be able to close because of a shutdown because it's a USDA loan. Wow. So the lender actually was like, no, let's get this sucker closed before the 30th. So the seller signs today and the buyer signs tomorrow.
These things that are affected by that. It's like,
Yeah. Oh, what their expected date is for this.
USDA is going to be huge in our area. I don't know if you guys have it where you are, but USDA is going to be huge in our area for those that can qualify for it.
Yeah.
We have that.
Well, the property freaking problem. And then the other thing that I want to do some posting about is a lot of the down payment assistance grants. They're all out of money.
Oh, they've been out of money. They've been out of money for a minute.
Yeah, mine isn't yet, but they're heading that way.
Florida.
Yeah, like that with the the way they are, you know, all the gap funding grants and stuff, they're just out of money in a hurry. HPAP ran out of money. HPAP and DC ran out of money quick.
Really quick. That was months ago. But then, Jane, at the beginning of the call, we were talking about the fact that for those who do new construction in our area, we are seeing unprecedented incentives being given. Like, we just had somebody on a townhouse get $35,000.
I'm actually going to check it out by
Yeah, I've seen it.
recently, so I'm going to check the new construction by me this weekekend.
And then,
I've seen a few up near 52.
yeah.
You have to get rid of them. Like, Oprah was giving around with the buy down plus their incentive, it's over 70,000.
Yeah, we were at a Toll Brothers site today, and that was the number she was quoting, like 70,000, just to get you down to 6% and give you 50 towards closing. Like, what?
Exactly. And Stanley Martin's trying to close out Marlboro Ridge. So if you know anybody that wants Stanley Martin homes, they've got a few spec over there that they've got some good deals on, and they're down to like their last 4. You know, they're building the last ones now. So I think they're all spec at this point.
I I haven't heard anything about Chenoa in a minute, Kelly. I haven't. On the Maryland side, I haven't heard it. I haven't heard anybody say Chenoa in a minute. And I guess it has to do with people. Who?
Tim Murphy.
Oh, well, me and Tim don't talk about Chenoa because evidently the people I have with Tim can't do Chenoa. But I do have a very special client who is taking advantage of the Maryland disability grant, and they're getting almost 40,000 because the son is mentally disabled and the mother is physically disabled. So there is a ton, and because the mother in the middle is the caregiver, there's almost $40,000 available to her.
I need you to send me some of that info.
Will do. We need to get Latoya Harris. She works for the state of Maryland, and she does the presentation on all the grants that are available to Maryland. I'm going to bring her down for WCR to really do a great presentation on that. Carla Kemp had her come in one time and do a presentation, and I just didn't even know she stopped doing lending, and that was her forte, was to tell people all about what was going on in the state of Maryland and the different programs that were available. And she talked about that disability thing. So that was my first time hearing about it. But I actually have a client right now. Unfortunately, the budget is super, super, super low because of the limited income in the house, but we're trying to find something.
Cool.
We're trying. But I mean, thank you ladies for jumping on. This has been a blast. Like I said, we'll be doing it every Thursday at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, going live.
Okay.
And Claudia, she said 6 to 7 a.m. So Claudia, in the mornings, we do accountability. So if I'm off by that time, I can definitely try to jump on and listen in. But we usually are on accountability calls most of the morning. Thank you, Kelly.
What time do you do accountability?
We start at 6:15 a.m.
Oh, wow.
Yeah,
Oh, my God.
Early morning.
We're crazy people.
I'm in a pool at 6
You should probably do that on TikTok. Do an accountability call in the morning.
That would be cool.
I want you to do that on TikTok.
Kelly, thank you, Miss Kelly. It was great meeting you. We got to get together.
Nice meeting you, ladies.
Nice meeting you
Guys.
all.
I'm gonna hop off. Thank you so much.
We
Give
will
me your
pull
phone
this all
number.
together.
I'll follow you.
We'll do.
Bye-bye.
Bye, ladies. Thank you.